Hey guys, we're back in Somber Tango, turn 32.
Hi.
So yeah, we just had to clean up a printer that exploded. So my hands are rainbowy.
My hands are...
Oh man, you got really good. You only got the black ink on yours. I got like all of the colors, so it's like blue, yellow, and whatever red, isn't it? Magenta, cyan, something like that. Oh man, would not want to do that here. Okay, so at this point, remember how I'm searching for different magic sites? Well, the only thing I have is Astral 1. And Astral 1 doesn't pick up the good stuff. There's some really good stuff that comes through. 2 is the best, 3 kind of does it, but even Astral I think needs to go to 4. It's one of those weird ones that it's called like the Unfound Door, I think it is, that requires like a 4, and it's very, very common. And so we start casting spells so we don't have to actually go there, and we get all the way to 9. So it gets everything. But the downside is that we didn't find anything. So after that, we created the new fort, so he can't raid us anymore. We found a brigand's lair, and let's go here real quick, because this is kind of important. So do you see this unrest up here? You lose income percentage based on the unrest. So it's unrest divided by 2, so it's like 28-ish. Percent of this income is getting knocked off. So it should be like somewhere around 21 or 22. But the unrest was just going higher and higher, and we couldn't figure out why. Now, there are some very, very, very good sites that give you unrest. But there's also a really crappy one called the Brigand's Lair. All it does is increases unrest. And remember those independent troops that were crap?
Yeah.
Well, you can recruit them.
Oh, yes.
Yay! They're like absolutely the worst.
Yeah.
I think there's people who like use them occasionally, but still. On a related note, we came here and we found an ancient temple and a convent, and these sisters are really good because they give disease healer. And but for us, we don't really have problems with diseases. So yeah, we do. Yeah, here in Korea we do. If we only had a convent. But yeah, so we're finding a lot more sites now that things are calming down, and we can send our guys out. This guy found a copper idol, which I think is an air gem, so that's really cool. We got 13 new blood slaves, new blood volunteers. And then we killed the barbarians that hit Yomi. This is kind of cool. Okay. So here's Roos's army, and here's Yomi. Now this is a air 2, and this is super rare. I mean, like, it's like 1 in 4 chance, and then a 10% chance. So you need that 1 in 4, and you need the 10% chance, and after that 10% chance, you need a 1 in 4 chance again. So it's... Yeah, it's really like a 2% chance of a 25% chance, so it's like, I don't know, it's like a 4% chance. I guess it's the same as my pants. So, the thing that this guy can do is he can magically jump on, using a magic spell, he can jump on an army. Now, I don't remember if he did that or not, but he's got an item called a Frostbrand, which is an AoE cold attack. So it hits, you hit one guy, and then it hits everybody else in that square for cold damage. This is a vine shield that will make, you remember the vine shield? Makes people get entangled and they can't attack, they can't move, they can't do anything. And so that's really good. He's got Boots of the Messenger, which is reinvigoration, means that reinvigoration makes him less tired. And so you gotta watch out because you get tired really easily with these guys. And then he's got this cool lion pelt, which gives him good protection. On top of it, he's gonna cast a bunch of really cool spells. So resist lightning, because they're lightning casters, but he's got blessing too. So at this point, he's shock resistance 20. He got temper flesh, which makes him so that all damage is like halved.
Oh wow!
And then mist form, which is, I think, it would only deal 1 point of damage until they deal 20 points of damage. So looking good so far, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's look at these troops.
There's so many.
Now, these guys have got cold resistance, they've got snow move, they're stealthy, and they get angry if they don't get killed. So if you hit them a little bit, then they're going to deal a lot more damage. They deal 20 points of damage, but if they get hit once, it'll go to 23. He's got 20 protection, and he has no ability to regen. Who do you think is going to win? Them.
Bruce?
They are. Do you know the one reason why they're going to win? I'll let you look again. What's his sword deal damage? What's going to kill? And what do they have? So we kind of made a bit of a mistake. So he is killing guys occasionally, and he's even doing a little bit of AoE, but he's taking, you'll see every once in a while, he'll take 1 damage. And that only has to happen 50 times. And if you look, 3 times 8 is 24. So he's getting hit 24 times. Now they're missing a lot, but if you see, his defense is down to 0 because he's getting hit so much. Also, do you see something that's missing that used to be there? He's got a sword, he's got armor, he's got the boots. What's missing? The shield. Yeah, his shield. So the shield, what it did is that it made these guys where they weren't able to attack him. And when they couldn't attack him, his defense stayed high. Remember, his defense is going down because 23 people are hitting him.
Yeah.
Or not 23 people, but these guys have got 2 attacks. So like a whole bunch of people are hitting him, and so he's getting, his defense is going down, so they're guaranteed to hit him for 1 point each. And that's 23 damage. And so what happens is he doesn't kill them quick enough, his shield was broken, and so then he just dies. It only reduces 5 damage, so he's still dealing 35 damage. He's still going to kill them a lot, but he's only going to kill them 1 at a time where he'd normally kill them for a lot more.
Yeah.
The other thing is that he should be regenning, and he's not regenning. Now, what's funny is, if you see, these guys are all running away, and at this point, I think that they would have ran away, but the rule is only one side can run away. Now, there's an exception to that, and I won't go into it because right now it doesn't matter, but for our purposes, only one team can run away, and at this point, he's running away. And then all of a sudden, and what's funny is that, like, this is even different, but it always ends up the same. Like, even though the patch came and it would be different, there's no way that he wins this, and he throws away one of the most beautiful Dionis that, in, like, my other series I had, like, this is all I wanted was an Air 2 Dione. I got 1 Air 1 the whole time, and it was like a 25% chance. I had, like, 10 of the guys, only got 1. So, I mean, he still did a bunch of damage, but definitely not. Yes, and if he would have had a regen pendant, so, like, if he would have had something that given him regeneration, he would have won.
Yeah.
Because he would have been getting back 5 hit points every single turn.
Right.
But he didn't wait for that because the only person that can make it is me, and I don't think I have the research for it yet. So that was a disaster, and then after that, I think this is the same army. No, it's not. Okay, never mind. So he just counter raiding again, and then okay. So this is what's so Baratos is getting hit again by Makon. And on this side, they just got a whole bunch of chaff. So, this is probably going to be one-sided. Because this chaff is crap. It's only got 9 protection, and these guys deal 25 damage. They got 15 attack. These guys have got 13 defense. So they're going to get hit, and when they get hit, they're just going to go splat. You just see, like, they're getting wrapped around. So not only do they have, like, worse... Oh, this guy's also flying over here. So this is really cool because you can have these guys right here be your thugs, your guys that get the items and going in. But I don't really like these guys. They don't have very good paths, and just without any gear, they're pretty good on their own. The guys that I like are these guys. The same guy that he did. Because if you see, like, he's got air and water and
fire
and earth, and like he's got the same paths, only he's got more. And not only that, but like to jump in back and go like killing people, you don't need hive magic. you need a lot of low magic to give yourself some options. To make yourself where you only take 1 damage. To like the green magic, your nature magic lets you regen. The astral magic lets you dodge 3/4 of attacks. Fire lets you regen, like if you die, you come back to life like a phoenix.
Oh, wow.
So like the earth makes your skin hard. And so if you've got all these little things put together, it turns into one amazing guy. And so this guy's in back. Now the downside of it is that his attack skill is usually really low. He's only got a 10 attack skill, which is, for a super combatant, is not very good. But yeah, this guy, and then he can also fly, that's right. Because he's got air magic, he can fly. So, so that's what he's using these, Elder Cyclops. Now if you look, like, it's 25 PD, and they lost all of it, and all they lost are 10 crappy guys. These are Helot slaves that are only 8 gold each. So 80 gold for a lot. Okay, so we get to see the elves. Yay! And this is how he will raid, is that he's going to summon an air elemental. Eventually, maybe. Come on, dude, you can do it. Okay, so you see this guy? Big and scary. He will trample like an elephant. And not only that, but he can fly. And we've seen these all, remember? Yeah, but this is the same guy that killed my seducers. Like wind, it buffets you over. It like blows you over. So what these guys do is they fly up in the air, they land, and usually the commander's back here, and he just kills the commander, and once they have no commander, they run. And so see, now they run away. And that's why these guys are such good raiders. Okay, so we lost some population, gained some population, gained some gold, gained some gems. We're patrolling down these filthy brigands and troublemakers are kind of upset that we're taking their blood potions. They're their blood slaves. They don't like that, so they get angry. So we're patrolling them down. And then we're having starvation. If you look at the supplies right up here, the 298, my army eats 324 food, and it only has 298. So I'm in a bit of trouble. Yeah, and if you look, I don't have that many troops. It's because of Yomi. Yomi's troops eat a crap ton of guys. And so, now the nice thing is like, these guys have a really hard time getting diseases, and it has to be 2 turns in a row. So he's moving his troops up. So yep, Roos is now sitting in his fort. The big fight happened right here, and next turn we'll probably see yet another big fight. That was a disaster. I was so sad. I think that, they have construction 4. Why did, like all he's gonna do is go in here, forge this item right here, which is a ring of regeneration, and he would have had it. So I guess I do have the research for it, and he just didn't wait or something like that. So, very sad. And not only that, I got these Nature 2 guys, so I can actually make it on the cheap. I can make it with a cheaper, unit. Okay. We used that in the previous game. It's something that, it's like a snake on a chain, and it attacks your enemy. And the cool thing is that it's got like 35 damage worth of poison, and normally you don't have 35 poison resist. If you have poison resist, you have like 25, so this would actually deal poison anyways. So, but yeah, and also it's also armor negating, so it ignores armor completely. So it's guaranteed to hit, and once it hits, yeah, so. Yeah, it is really good. Thinking about this isn't that bad of an idea for an anti-super combatant, but oh well. So that was the turn. Marverni was dead last turn. We're pushing forward with our army up into Roos, and at this point we're starting to get really worried that Ulm's gonna come over and snake this. Yeah. We saw that Veritos lost their capital's PD, their province defense, and but their fort isn't taken yet, and neither is the Volva. So the race is on. Are they going to take these 2 by the time we take Roos? And if you look up here, Ulm has taken a fort from Roos. And at this point, I'm flipping out because I'm like, they're taking forts, they're going to come take this capital, and they're going to have these 3 capitals when we did all the work, and they're going to just take the prize.
Yeah.
And they've already shown that they're not going to be very friendly. And if you see, he keeps his army here because he knows that I'm not happy with them.
Yeah.
So the nice thing is what I did is I shifted everything over here.
Oh,
So I shifted a bunch of troops over here. Well, it's also that these pans are recruiting. See that? This only one turn worth of... These guys have gotten... I think it's like 1d6, and then it's open-ended, so if I roll a 6, I get to roll again, and if I roll another 6, I get to roll again. And so I've got like 200 guys here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, kind of scary. Down in Arcosapali, you see he's still getting raided. But he's still, this fort is still under siege. So it's going both ways. If you remember, Niflheim attacked, but from what we can tell, Niflheim is not going very far, very fast. That being said, this is Hinon's capital, and they're still in the cap. Other than that looks like it's about it. We're still worried about Ulm, but they still have to take Zivalda's cap, and they might take ours. That's the only thing we're really worried about. So, no, because he's got it surrounded. That's Ulmish land all the way around. So, and not only that, but we've got Roos to take care of. They've still got 2 armies on the field, although that they're not very scary unless you hear your guy wrong. It was Vish is the one I go to when I ask about gear. So like being able to like correct him and be like, see how he screwed up. Like I never get to do that. Normally it's him being like, that's stupid. This is what you should use.
Okay.
So turn 32 and I'm sitting on 40, 59, 61, 71, 73 gems. So almost double the turn count, which is really, really good. If we look at the score graphs, we're looking at the gem count, and you can see it starting to go through the roof. He gave me this throne, and this throne has got 2, 3, 4, 6, 8 gems. So that's why his went down and mine went up. But the world's starting to look good now. We're starting to gain provinces that we will not lose. Like, I don't see Rus. We could lose to Rus theoretically if we play this wrong. Like at this point, anything he takes, we're eventually going to get. We've got this line of forts. We got a fort, and here. So we're not too worried at this point. And I'm coming over here, and I'm probably going to eventually build a fort here. A little bit of a spoiler, this one takes a long time to build. I have no real incentive to build it. I've already got a ton of forts. And the thing that forts are good for are holding territory and recruiting troops. Just a curiosity. Okay, one important thing. Okay, so you remember how I have those, I have the special troops, right? My white centaurs. Well, this thing this one right here allows me to recruit elves. So I can get my own elves, and they get to keep my bless. And because my bless is good for white centaurs, it's also really good for elves. So I'm going to start actually recruiting some of these guys. The thing is, I can only recruit like 3. It's not like my base. It doesn't have enough recruitment points, meaning there's not enough people living here. Now more people will slowly filter in as I get higher and higher growth, but for now, Yep, so moving on to turn 33. Okay, so we're getting more gems from Yomi. We've researched up to Enchantment 5, which gives us a couple key researches. Enchantment 5 is normally for Skella Spam, which remember my Death 2 guys? They can do the Skella Spam now. I think there's something else in Enchantment 5, but I don't remember. We grew another fortress. That's on the throne. That's why we took again, Arcane Probing. And this is pretty expensive to do. This is the thing that looks for Ashland. And we found nothing. And we found nothing. And we found nothing. Yeah. And then we got it was really bad luck. Let's see. So, PD, another raid by Van. And then I pinged his capital. So this is his capital. And I pinged what was there because I want to see if I can actually kill it. And there was nothing there. Like, the only thing is just PD. Okay, this is kind of important. So this is Niflheim's partner. And Niflheim's partner has flying warriors. These things are pretty cool. They're eagles. They're little men with wings. And they got a spear, and the spear does a lot of damage. It does, I want to say 23 damage on the first attack. Something like that. And against him are these guys right here. And what it is a nature 2 and a guy that's kitted out. Which one? Oh, these guys are bear tribe. It's just it's leather armor. The monkeys look like monkeys. So what he's gonna do is he's gonna cast regeneration, and then what's gonna be next? Anything else after that, or is it gonna run away? Nope, just regeneration. You get to cast it on himself. Oh, enlarge. So sadly, his little friend that is gonna die that casts regeneration on him. But if you see, he's got this great sword of sharpness that kills things. He's got a 22 attack, 5 length spear. Which means that these guys, with their measly 11 attack, are not going to be able to touch it. He's going to repel them. Repel them all. So if you see him, he's massacring. Now, they're still dealing a little bit of damage initially, but he's got regeneration. He got that regeneration cast. Yep. So all in all, he lost 160 gold mage, and in return, he killed a bunch of these Tempest warriors. Now, lucky for him, his troops ran, and I think I know why. Well, let's see what happens back here and see if I'm right here. Okay. It says that he died. Oh, that's interesting. I don't know how he ended up. Oh man, he went into combat. Oops. So he didn't run away, and he actually went into combat, and this was kind of I mean, it's only a commander, but still not a big deal. Okay. Oh, this is kind of cool too. This was a really cool fight. I hope that it gets redone or done again. So what he has is he's got a Windlord with a great sword of sharpness, which kills big guys. And then he's got these 3 guys right here that can cast magic. And so he's got 4 magic casters versus this air elemental caster. So he caught one of the raiders, which was really, really cool. So if you see, they're going to cast, they're going to summon some stuff. They're going to summon some monsters. Okay. So what this guy just did is on this guy, he casts quickness, which lets him attack twice per turn. Then after that, he's going to cast a bunch of elementals. Now, what's funny is, did you see what just happened to his mages? All of his mages are dying, except for this one. Then this guy comes in back, and if you see, this guy's got 100 fatigue. Why is he tired? Because he cast the air elementals. So, and those air elementals are very difficult to cast. So this guy's sleeping, and while he's sleeping, he just gets popped. And so they caught it. Now, the thing is, yay, we got the raider. The downside is he lost 2 of his own mages, including this Oread, who is a very expensive, hard-to-recruit mage. 2 turns to recruit her. So all in all, even though he won the fight, he lost the fight. So kind of an interesting way to look at it. Let me look at this real quick, because I do want to get a 3rd turn in. And we've only got 6 minutes. So nothing new on this front, nothing new on this front. Roos's army has come out, and at this point, Vish and I are arguing over who gets to kill it. And not in the good way either. Neither of us want to. We want to save our troops. That's not popped. They still haven't jumped on that. Yeah, he held out a long time. And then Niflheim is now sieging this territory here. Who's, oh, yeah, they don't have it now. So if you see, Niflheim has jumped on both of these, forts. So yeah, that's the end of turn 33. Go on to turn 34. Okay, so not being content and only casting it 2 or 3 times, I'm like, I'm gonna get it to work yet. We cast the looking for astral sights 4 times. 1, 2, 3. Oh, we got it on the 3rd try. So let's go to the province and see what we got. 1 astral gem per turn. Okay, let's see how much it cost us to cast this. It cost us 3 gems. So in 3 turns, it will pay off the 1 casting. In 12 turns, it'll pay off this turn's casting, and in a lot more turns, it'll eventually pay off all the casting that I did. Okay. So we failed to seduce a Russian wizard, but it's okay, we killed him. We found...
You tried to seduce him and it didn't work. You just chopped him up?
Well, he gets angry, he's like, fine, I'm gonna, like, do something to you. Oh, that's really awesome, I got an air juice, I'm gonna, I'm not gonna go with you, and I'm gonna kill you for trying to seduce me type of thing. It's them attacking you, not you attacking. Well, I mean, I guess it just as a battle ensued. So somebody took a battle. Okay, so, counter rating by Arcocephali, and we had a fight where things kind of went a little wrong. Okay. I think that this is just PD, though. I don't know, maybe it's not. Possibly, because if you put enough on it. It was just a bunch of main ads, so it's not that important. But yeah, we lost 67 main ads to... No, it wasn't PD. These were troops that... These were his wizard that I seduced and killed was probably in charge of these guys. But all in all, if you look at it, these main ads are free. My white centaur got away. They both retreated successfully. So this cost me all of, 30 gold. Whereas his cost 18 gold each, and I killed 8 of them. So even though, that's the kind of thing that's weird about, and not only that, but remember, he's only got so many troops. So the more troops I kill, he never is going to get them back. Or he's going to get them back slower than what I'm going to get mine. Because I'm making a lot of money, he's making a little money. As long as I proportionally kill him, I'm happy. Okay. So, good news. Vish had to attack it. Never mind, it wasn't much of a force. So this is his army, and he's got the Shikomi, he's gonna bless them, but once again, he refuses to get enough blesserers. He doesn't have anybody that's gonna bless these guys. So he only got these, these guys are blessed, but these guys back here are not blessed. I don't know, it's really weird, because Vish had some really good games, and then he has really bad games, and this was not one of his best games. Now later, he picks it up later. I think he finally gets in the groove of it later, or maybe he just gets a better matchup, but he does look a little bit better. But yeah, early on, this was not his best game. Definitely the one that I played with him where he was Niflheim, that was really good. He was really good in that one, but I played one where he was Scaleria, and Scaleria is one of the most powerful nations there are, and he had a terrible game. I had to carry us through, and we were it was pretty much ended up being 4 versus 2, and then because he wasn't really he wasn't very much help, it was 4 versus 1. And so, we won the game, but, yeah, it took him a little while to figure out how that nation works. Now he won it at the end because of his creativity won it for us. But yeah, he killed a bunch of guys. Yay! More rating. Oh, this is important. Okay. So Baratos has decided once more that he's gonna come out with this. You've seen this before, right? And against him is the army. But this time, he's got a guy that's able to actually kill her. Now, the funny thing is, if you see, he doesn't have regeneration. So if she's able to live long enough, now this guy does, so this guy will not die from the poison unless it's really, really bad. I'm gonna speed this up real quick and just get to the point where they actually start firing at each other. You kind of get the buffs at this point. They're all the same buffs. Make their skin harder, go attack faster, increase your protection, blah blah blah. Okay. So first thing that jumps in are his 2 mages that can cast flight, and already she went from 158 hit points down to 122. Now she's still beating the piss out of this guy. But he can take some more hits out of maybe he'll die. It would be a disaster if he died. Oops. Okay, so at this point he's regenerating, which is really good, but he's down to 4, like a couple of hit points. He just lost a very, very expensive super combatant. Super combatants are guys that they've got all of these slots filled, and they're designed to kill armies. But do you see the little numbers that are coming up here? Like all of them? She's dying. And just like that, poof, she dies. And so he lost. I mean, it's really weird. The results are the same, so maybe the results will stay the same. It's really cool. But yeah, this was. But like I said, like he's only got his capital left, and he only has 1 Mother of Monsters, and he's not getting it back at this point. So who won? Mikone or Veritos? Mikone did win, but just remember that when he goes on to fight his next opponent, whether it be us or the elves or Femoria, that he'll have 1 less Cyclops, and he'll have all of those gems will be gone. So it's one of those things that you're gonna take losses. Let me look through these again. There we go. That's crap. That's just rating. Oh, this one's a very important. Okay, so I rated this territory up here, and it was us versus his pretender. And I have a bunch of white centaurs, and I still do not understand what happened in this game, or in this fight. So if you look on the bottom, it says regeneration 10%. His maximum hit points are 136. What's 10% of 136? 13. So that's how much he should be regenerating. So we coming back, and let's see what happens. Look at the green number that comes up. If it ever comes up. Come on. It's not regenerating. Oh, there it goes. Do you see the number? 54. How does he get 54? I don't understand how he gets 54 hit points back. If he wouldn't have had all those hit points, I probably would have killed him here. But as it is, there is no way possible I am going to deal 54 points of damage. And not only that, but he can't even hit my guys. So, like, he's only occasionally attacking my guys. So, yeah, I don't know. But we got a whole bunch of wounds on him. We got this decay, but again, he lives forever, so decay doesn't matter. But yeah, I don't know what happened, and as a result, I don't understand, and that it really put me off, because at this point I have I guess I could go and, like, kill him with my guys that deal 30 damage each hit, so there are options that we've got, but it's gonna be harder now. So that really upset me. Hey, I ran into his army, and he's got 165 of these really expensive guys. This is 3,000 gold worth of troops. And, like, why don't I take it back? He's got a bunch of these perkas. So, it's like 3,000 gold of troops and 1,000 gold worth of mages. Whereas, I don't know, it's hard to... Okay, this is, like 1,500 gold worth of commanders. And probably 1,000 gold worth of troops. So if you see the difference between our armies and theirs is ours are more mage heavy. So, yeah, I was not happy. I was really upset. Okay, so a silver sarcophagus was opened. And out of it popped a out of it popped a divine mummy. And these guys are kind of scary. They've got 195, yes, a zombie. It's a gigantic zombie. And I'll show them to you in the next battle. This is kind of funny how this happens. Yomi was in here, he happened to be in here with one of these guys, looking for magic sites when we came across this bog mummy, or divine mummy. He's got a brazen vessel. I don't know if he ever got this. I hope Vish got it because it's a really expensive item. It's hard to get to. But he's like really, really powerful. Well, let's see. So there goes the wolves, and we're just summoning lots and lots of skeletons. You know what's funny is like you see like he's got 8 protection, and these guys have got a 16 attack. So we're gonna kill him eventually. And then the divine mummy decides that there are better things to do in life than live. And he runs away. Yeah, so it's kind of an interesting end to it, how he's like divine money, he's like, you know, mistake. Okay, so we're going really long, by the way. Just more raiding. We're getting prepped for an inevitable attack. Ulm has got a fort here, so their troops are probably going to disappear. If we see here, these are corpse constructs, kind of like Frankenstein monsters. And so they're kind of easy to kill, but when you attack them, you get electrocuted. And they're really good at knocking down forts. And if you see, I think Vish is he starting to make them? No, he hasn't started making them yet. I think he sees this idea and is like, good idea, instead of getting the flying guys, which I like. Okay, but if you see, we have come over and we have attacked here and here and here. So we attacked all 3 of these places. Sadly, this one was unsuccessful, and so was this one. But at least we had a place to retreat, and that's where our guys, we had 2 guys retreat, like a commander. And now I'm sitting here going, should I attack his cap? Because I can go in and I can hit his cap. What do you think? Should I attack it or not? Why will I not attack it? What am I afraid is going to happen?
That everyone is going to attack.
Well, these guys can't make it to the capital.
Yeah, but
the snake can. I don't know if the snake can make it, but if the snake goes to the capital, these guys go here, and I lose this fight. Everybody that runs away retreat, and I die. So even though we really want to start taking these territories from Rus and making sure, especially his capital, we need to make sure we don't lose our army. We can't get too greedy. And in fact, I'm almost positive he will move there next year. So, anything else is happening? What happened here? So, Calum ran? Yeah, Calum didn't. They had this fort under siege, and it looks like Calum moved most of their troops off. In addition, I think this one was under siege, and they relieved the sieges at both places. I didn't see this fight, but from what I heard, he lost one of his giants. Yeah, to all of these undead. Because these guys hit like a truck. Yeah. So other than that, I'm not seeing anything of note for this turn. And that'll do us for the episode. So, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys in the next one.
Bye.